Yeah, man.
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you chicken broccoli oyster sauce. Alright, so you're gonna need some chicken, about a pound of chicken, broccoli, crowns, sesame seeds, mushroom, 2 or 3 onions, 3 garlic cloves, piece of ginger, 3-4 dried chili pepper, oyster sauce, cornstarch, light soy sauce, and sherry cooking wine. Soy sauce, light soy sauce. Alright, so with no delay, I'm just gonna take out my dried chili pepper. I'm using about 3 of them today. I'm cutting off the stems to cut strips and then shred. Do as you see me doing and shred your dried chili pepper. Alright, you're definitely going to use a carrot. Now the garlic, remove the leaves. Remove the leaf of the garlic and cut the 2 tips, cut the 2 ends off. Now cut a piece of ginger to the size of your index, the first bend of your finger, and then use a knife and then scrape the skin off, or the outer leaf off the piece of ginger. Now shred your garlic to puree. And shred your ginger peas as well. Alright, so that's what you want. Alright, with the carrot, to scrape the surface of the carrot and then cut the tips, cut the ends off. Alright, rinse the carrot. And rinse the ginger and the garlic. Alright, now do as you see me doing. What I like to do is to cut the carrot in half and then cut that half piece in half. That way I can put the flat surface, the flat part of the carrot on a flat surface like a chopping board, and then I cut strips, carrot sticks, small little carrot sticks. carrot sticks aside for later. Now remove the outer leaf from the onion and then cut the two ends off. Now with your crown of broccoli, just look for the florets, the little florets on top of your crown of broccoli, and then kind of cut your florets off. Just do as you see me doing. Alright, so look through, make sure, trim off all dying leaves, and look through, make sure that there's nothing on it that you want. Alright, so once you do that, you just add them to a bowl. Add your florets, your broccoli florets to a bowl. Add water, a couple drops of white vinegar, and wash it properly, removing any dirt that might be in it and insect. After that, rinse it properly with fresh running water. Next, we're going to prepare the chicken. But first, I'm going to make the sauce ready so I can just add the chicken pieces to it. Alright, so now measure and add 1 tablespoon of food cornstarch. And in the second dish, it's the sauce for stir fry. So add a tablespoon of cornstarch in the second dish. Add 1 tablespoon of cooking wine, sherry. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, light soy sauce. This is the marinating sauce now. So add, that's the oyster sauce. Get good oyster sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. That's what I was told by my Asian friends. They inspire me to do all these kind of Asian meals. Alright, so once you add all the ingredients for the marinating sauce, stir in properly. Make sure the ingredients is dissolved thoroughly. Alright, so that's the marinating sauce. Now, alright, so add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of cooking wine, sherry, and 2 tablespoons of water. One tablespoon of oyster sauce. Alright, so once you add the ingredients, you stir it in properly. Why you didn't see me add the ingredients? Because I thought I was videoing it, but I didn't. I added it and then I realized that I didn't video it. So just add those ingredients to the stirring sauce. Alright, next, this is our chicken now. So we're gonna debone. So you get your chicken. You can use any part of the chicken. Today I have a chicken's leg, chicken's breast, and I think a piece of chicken's thigh. Alright, so what I'm doing now is removing the skin. I'm just removing the skin of the chicken's parts. I'm trying to be fast today, so. And then I'm trimming off, and I'm trimming off any excess fat. Alright, now I'm going to start with the thigh piece. So I'm using my right hand to hold the bone part. So use a trimming knife. I find out that if you use a small knife, you can get to trim better. Although I'm using a bigger knife, if you notice I'm holding it up closer to the tip. Alright, so get between the chicken's flesh and bone, and then try and cut in between and trim and cut off the chicken's flesh from the bone. Alright, so that was the bone piece. So what I'm doing now, I'm just trimming off the excess fat. Oh, that was the backbone of the thigh. So now I'm just cutting out the middle piece, the middle piece of bone in the thigh piece. So just do as you see me doing. Just put the tip of the knife close to the bone and then trim the chicken's flesh off the bone. Just be patient and just do as you see me doing. If you don't like this part, you can always buy the boned chicken in the supermarket, or you can ask a butcher to debone it for you. Deboned chicken is gonna cost more. It don't cost much if you debone it yourself. It just takes a little work. Alright, so now I just cut a ring around the leg and then do the same thing. Put the knife between the chicken's flesh and bone and remove the bone. Alright. You can use the chicken's bone to make chicken stock. Alright, so now this is a chicken's breast. I'm getting between the chicken's breast and the bone, trying to get a grip. I know, guys, I could have easily not show you this part, but sometimes I think it helps when I show you every routine in cooking. I want to show ordinary people that it's okay, because sometimes a person that doesn't cook, they might look on it and say it's intimidating, but when you see me do it, you say, okay, I can try it myself. Alright, so you saw me get between the chicken's flesh and bone and remove the chicken's flesh. I want to say chicken's meat. When I say meat, I think of beef and so forth. So I think flesh is okay. Alright, so that's what you want. You want deboned chicken. It's not difficult at all. When I first started cooking, that's the one thing I realized I had was to do. Get used to my hands touching meat. Because I remember the first time, that was the first thing. I didn't want my hands to touch the meat. I just didn't want to touch the meat at all. So I realized if I'm going to cook, I need to touch the meat. So I just started caressing. I just started caressing the meat and feel the meat and touch the meat. And don't be afraid to touch it. Alright, so once you debone it, just wash it, clean it off properly with fresh water and couple drops of white vinegar. Just wash off all the mess, all the clogged blood and the fat. Alright, just rinse it properly. Now we're gonna cut chicken strips next. Alright, so once you rinse the chicken pieces, the bone chicken properly and it's clean and nice, like this. Alright, now cut chicken strips as the size of your finger. As the size of your finger. Just pinky finger if you want, any size, any finger. But just use your finger as a guide as to how long, how long you want it. This should be about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thickness. Alright, so just do as you see me doing and cut chicken strips. So chicken's breast. See, the chicken's breast is thick. So what I'm doing now is just cutting it so I can have cut smaller strips. I'm cutting it in half so I can cut smaller strips. Alright, so that's what you want. And then put this part on. Alright, so once you cut the chicken strips, put it in the sauce. The marinating sauce, the marinating oyster sauce, or the oyster marinating sauce. Excuse my hand if it's offensive to some. Just marinate it. I just felt like doing it because my hand is already dirty, so I just do one thing and done. Alright, put this aside for later. My hand is already raw up with chicken. Alright, next we're gonna deep fry. So get a small saucepan like this, put to heat a small saucepan, put the stove gauge on 4 medium low. Alright, so this is our chicken strips. It's been marinating for about an hour now. You can allow it to marinate at least 10 minutes. Alright, just want the pot. Alright, 2 minutes. After 2 minutes and the pot is dried from water, make sure that the water is in the pot because it's going to splash the oil up and that can be dangerous. Add about 2 cups of coconut oil. You can use vegetable oil if you don't have coconut oil, or olive oil. Alright, so that was 2 minutes. No, add 2 cups of. Alright, once you see a little smoke, after 4 or 5 minutes thereabout, stove gauge is on 4, you just add your marinated chicken strips. And immediately after that, Use a wooden spoon or a spatula and stir in, separating the chicken pieces and prevent sticking. So take about 30 to 40 seconds and stir in the chicken pieces carefully. Just don't make the oil splash up on your hand or anything. Alright, so once you do that, the stove gauge is on 4, medium low. Allow. We're having it today with white rice. Parboiled white rice. Alright, get a spoon that scoops handy. After between 4 minutes, just give your pot a couple stirs. Just make sure it's not sticking, because the oyster sauce is kind of settled at the bottom, and the oyster sauce is giving it that creamy look. Alright, so just stir it in, stir the top to the bottom, and allow. Alright, it's best to chop or shred or dice the carrots and the onions close to adding it to the meal. So now with the onion, just chop the onions in half if they are small, and quarter if they're large. If you're using large onion, cut them in quarters and separate the leaves. Alright, it's been 7 minutes now since we added our chicken pieces, our marinated chicken pieces, and this is what it looks like. Just give your pot a couple stir. Make sure the pieces are not sticking together, or they shouldn't be. Look on it. You know these chicken pieces not gonna take much time to cook. Should take about 6 minutes the most. Alright, so this, you can take out a piece and taste it and see how, if it's tenderized, if it's cooked. Because you want to make sure it's cooked first before you start stir frying. Alright, so just allow 10 minutes. Stove gauge is on 4, medium low. Stir it in. This is what it looks like. Alright, chicken is cooked. So after that, after 10 minutes, just turn the stove off and then remove about 95% of the oil. Use a spoon that scoops and remove most of the oil. So you want to leave back about half of quarter cup of oil in. Alright, so once you do that, You put the cooked chicken pieces aside, one side in the pot still, and then add your shredded dried chili pepper, your shredded garlic and onion, and just allow it to saute for a little while. Now would be a good time to turn the stove back on. Keep it on low for now. Alright, so now I don't have a wok, so forgive me. What I do with this saucepan, I just kind of lift it and put the corner of the saucepan right in the center of the flame and just allow it to pretend like I'm using a wok. Alright, so let's allow the garlic and the ginger and the dried pepper to saute for about 30 to 40 seconds. So after 40 seconds, just stir it in, stir it in. Stir the chicken pieces with the sauteed garlic and onion and pepper. Alright, now turn the stove up on 4. Alright, so right now add the onions. Just allow the onions to saute a little bit. See, I kind of lift my saucepan up to the corner and pretend that I'm using a wok. Alright, next add your florets, your broccoli florets. Alright, stir in the sauce, the stirring sauce, because it's settled. Alright, and add the sauce immediately after that. Alright, and then stir in, stir in. If I had a wok, it would be easier. But what I'm doing, I'm just slightly lifting the pot to the center of the flame, the edge of the pan, the saucepan, the center of the flame, and stir fry. Alright, once about 30 seconds after that, add a third cup of water and then use the pan's lid and cover it properly. Stove's gauge is on 4, medium low, and allow. What's gonna happen is gonna build some steam in and so forth. So it's been 2 minutes. I didn't stir fry it or anything, I just allowed it, I covered it. After 2 minutes, add the carrot stripped, carrot sticks or carrot strips, and stir in a couple times, 3 the most, a few more. Use the pan's lid and cover it properly and allow. Stove's gauge is on 4, medium low. Alright, after a minute more, 3 minutes in all since we added the water. You stir fry, you stir in, and you turn the stove off because we finish. That's it, you finish. Cover it until you're ready to serve. Alright, this is what it looks like when you're ready to serve. You just stir it in and bring up all that sauce and coat the vegetable properly before you serve. You take a scoop of your chicken, broccoli, oyster sauce and pour it on a bed of chicken, broccoli, oyster sauce. Visit JamaicaDinners.com. Subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below. You must cook this meal yourself. As you see, the process is easy. Look at that sauce. This is a real Haitian meal, a real Haitian dish. It's chicken, broccoli, oyster sauce. You can add cauliflower with the broccoli, or you can use cauliflower instead of broccoli. And look for pork, broccoli, oyster sauce. Alright, so I'm getting ready to taste this meal along with you. But I'm just adding some rice, some cooked rice to this chicken, broccoli, oyster sauce. You can eat it with noodles, lo mein. Alright, so this is our delicious meal. The chicken is juicy and nice. The onion is tangy, and the ginger add for nice flavor. The carrot is crunchy. Wow, I can't believe I'm enjoying this chicken, broccoli, oyster sauce. The ginger is awesome in this meal. It's not that I'm tasting the ginger, but it has, with a blend, it blends really nice and gives the entire meal a good flavor. Carrot is crunchy and sweet. You can sprinkle some roasted sesame seed on top. As well. The sauce or the gravy is delicious. I am enjoying this meal right now. Broccoli, the broccoli is firm and crunchy and fresh. Visit JamaicaDinners.com. The gravy is awesome. This gravy is awesome. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. I didn't add salt at all, and the meal tastes delicious. This is a good feel meal. You know some meal you eat you feel good? This is one of them. The broccoli is just crunchy and nice and fresh. When I say fresh, meaning I'm not, I'm not tasting it. It's not, it don't have an outstanding taste, flavor. It doesn't have an outstanding flavor. Like, like, not to say it's similar to pineapple, but you know, like when you eat pineapple and pineapples have an outstanding flavor, broccoli don't have an outstanding flavor. It's just, it doesn't even taste like you eating a dark green. It just have a funny feel in your mouth. That's why children might not like it. Alright, so you see me eating this meal. I'm enjoying it. This would be a good Asian Sunday dinner. And I'm gonna say as well, I'm not sure if this meal is new, but if it's not, there you go. This is my way of cooking chicken, broccoli, and oyster sauce. Or chicken, broccoli, oyster sauce. The chili pepper gives the meal a mild, a very little mild spiciness. Look how the broccoli is bright. Alright, you see why it's important to wash? You see, I'm happy I'm able to show you this in the broccoli because I believe many of you all probably think the broccoli that you buy in the supermarket is cooked properly. I mean, is washed properly. But this here slipped me because I was kind of in a hurry today. But see, look, this is what you don't want to eat. And this is what you gotta look for when you prepare. So I'm not gonna cut this part out. I'm gonna leave it and show you why it's important to prepare your meal properly. For you fast people out there that want to do everything fast. You want a recipe in 5 minutes. You want to see everything in 5 minutes. You want everything fast. But haste bring waste. If y'all don't know that. We have a saying here in Jamaica: shortcut bring blood. So it's better to take the long way than if you take shortcut. 'Cause oftentimes you take a shortcut, you end up in something that you don't want. Look how this meal look delicious. Like I said, this is a good, a feel good meal. So maybe it's faith. Maybe it's faith. It worked out this way that I didn't see this piece, so I was able to show it to you. How important it is to prepare and clean your vegetables properly, because you don't want to eat insect. And I'm not sure Done, but I cut out the natural part. Alright, so that's it. Enjoy. Bye.
Yeah, man.